Boom. Welcome back to another welcome back to another episode of the Humble Beast podcast. Man, I love doing this podcast thing. Today we're gonna talk about hold on, I got on BY. You heard? Shout out to BY, you heard me, you know what I'm saying, but alright, cool. Whatever. Yeah, welcome back to another episode of the Humble Beast podcast. And today the topic that we're gonna talk about today is materialistic things. Mm. What does that even mean? Materialistic things. Before I get to that, let me give you guys a little backstory as to what I can also I can this lust again like I told talk my other podcast I talked about lust, right? And lust isn't just sexual. Is what from what I've lust isn't sexual. It can also come from you can lust over a car. You can lust over materialistic things. You can lust over anything. And I've been working on my lustful thoughts and desires and things of that nature. So I'm getting better off. I'm getting better. Just lots of prayers. But let me tell you something. I think we are all battling with this. I hope that's not an owl. I'm looking at the window now. I think it's an owl, but I hope it's not an owl. But why would it be? Because I've never seen it before, and I've been living here for 2 years. There's got to be an owl. Okay. Yeah. Yes. So let's talk about it. I think we can all attest to this. I think we are all, if not, are still fall victim to this. And I'm not making this video to bash you or make you feel bad or anything. I'm not here to do that. No, God, no. I'm just here to share my message, and if it resonates with you and you like what you hear and you think you would want to take that same path as I took, then hey, hooray. But if you don't, then hey, hooray, hooray, hey, hey. Anyways, let me tell you a story. My whole life, I think it really has to do with how the world is, how we just wanting more, just wanting more things, wanting to accomplish everything in this world, wanting to acquire every earthly things of this earth. I think that stems from a very young age, coming up, growing up. Everybody around you wanted to have the nicest car, nicest clothes, nicest house, nicest shoes. You have the nicest watch, nicest chain, nicest glasses, nicest everything. Which is not bad. This is calm. It becomes bad if when that's your only focus in life, right? And one person that I used to watch heavy was Money Mayweather. And if you know who that is, you know that Money Mayweather, his name says it all. He's literally Money Mayweather. This man, I've been following his Instagram since the beginning of time, and I've been lusting over over his desires over his no desire lack of better words. I've been lusting over his lifestyle for the longest. I'm 25. I just came to that conclusion in the summertime, like 5 months, 8 months ago is when I came to that conclusion. And yeah, I've been wanting his lifestyle for so long. He's living a lifestyle that many dream of. He's living a dream. He's living paradise. He has like if me. I used to watch him. I used to want the women. I used to want the watch collections. I used to want the shoes collection, the clothing, the designer clothing collections, the glasses, the houses, the cars, the lifestyle, the events, the flight, the trips, the parties, the music, the bro. I used to want all of that heavy. That was what my mind was fixated on. So, man, them whole time like I wanted to be that Money Mayweather lifestyle. I craved that, and I watched him. And I also used to watch this guy. I think his name is Tyler. He's famous. I don't know what he's a famous guy now. He gives speeches and stuff. But is it Tyler? Yeah, I don't remember his Ty. His name is Ty. He's a famous guy. I don't remember his name, but I don't remember what he does or his full name. Like it's blurry to me. That's how I've completely desensitized myself from all of this rubbish. So yeah, I've always wanted the Big cars, big houses, money's cheap, money's chains, watches, jackets, all that flashy stuff. I want to be big too, look good in the gym, this, that, and the third. There's nothing wrong with looking good. There's nothing wrong with going to the gym. It becomes a problem when it's you keep because you will never be satisfied with your physique. So that it becomes a problem when it gets to that point, which it will get to that point. So that's the problem in itself that you can't even escape. It's inevitable to escape that. But yeah, I used to watch his videos every time on YouTube. I used to watch him on. If I would see this man sleep in his money. He was just counting money in his room, throw money on the bed, throw money on the ground. He would jump on it, sleep on it. Essentially, he had no respect for money. In the cars, he has cars. He has Rolls Royces, same color, just different. The difference is the interior. He matches his clothes. If he wears black, he's gonna get a blacked out Phantom, gold plated, to match his outfit. If he's wearing white, he's gonna get a all white Rolls Royce with the blue interior. And sometimes he'll just match his watch to his car. This man literally thinks he's God. This man literally thinks he's God. Because you can get whatever he wants in this life. You can get whatever he wants in this life. Meek Mill said in his song, he said, money rule the world, but you can't play God with it. I'll spend it all just to get back my niggas, my people. Excuse my French. He spent all his money just to get back his people, which means his people are dead. You understand? That's just to show you how like money really don't mean nothing. He would spend all his money just to get his people back, to spend that last time with his friend or brother or sister. He would spend all that money just to get it back. And then people think money does rule the world, but you can't play God with it. It literally says in the lyrics. Listen to the song, one lyric by lyric. Break it down, bro. Wallahi, this man is speaking. You listen to listen to what he's saying. People just like, oh yeah. So they're high, faded, and they don't even listen to the lyric. They just want to dance. They just want to escape whatever demons they're running from. Sometimes I listen to that song Friday. I know you're proud of me. Look at all the things I've been through. I know you're proud of me. He's talking to his dad. I know you're proud of me. Look at all the things that I've been through. He said in his song, he said, I can't go to your grave because I might try to dig you out. Chineke, don't leave me. You guys are not listening to this man. He's putting his pain in his music. He's putting his heart out. He's being vulnerable. Hanging out where my daddy lost his life, I'm aware of that. He's aware of that. He's hanging out at the spot where his dad lost his life. He's aware of that. You know what's up? And there's this one lyric in the song. It says, I just wanna hold hands. Let me slow it down. Let me speak clearly. I just wanna hold hands with my old man on wedding day while we slow dance. You don't understand. Gratitude. Be grateful for the people that you have. It's Thanksgiving, right? Be grateful. We gotta be grateful for the folks that we have. Speaking of that, I gotta call my mother and say what's the word, because I haven't, I don't talk to my mother. Don't talk like that. Me and my dad don't talk like that. I have no hate for them, but after listening to this, I've gotten closer with him for sure. But after listening to his lyrics and things of that nature, like right now in this moment, I'm being convicted. So yeah, but for sure we've gotten closer over the years, for sure. But yeah, going back to Money Made, like he thinks he's God, that he can have anything he wants in this life, and many people will look up to this man and desire that lifestyle and work towards that lifestyle endlessly, tirelessly, day in day out to acquire what he has, try to be like him, try to move like him. When in actuality, Mm-mm. Baby boy, you are setting yourself up for failure. These riches that these worldly things, these earthly things that you so desire to acquire, that I also desire to acquire. Let me not be a hypocrite. Once upon a time, I desired to acquire all these things. Newsflash: as the Muslims say, when the trumpet goes off, everything you've acquired is done for. It's just in this life. It's done for. It serves no purpose in the next life. In an afterlife, it serves no purpose. It serves nothing. It serves nothing. All these riches that we so desire to acquire on this earth, essentially what I'm trying to say is we should be trying to do that inside. We should desire to be rich inside. Or the big house or the big cars. We should desire to be that inside. Once you can be that inside, you will have it outside, right? Then I know, and I'm contradicting myself because then we have Manny Mayweather who does have these things. Does that mean he's one with God? Does that mean he righteously acquired all these things? I don't know. But all I know is I for 8 months ago I no longer have a desire to live that lifestyle. All I wanted to focus on is myself, working on myself, making sure I'm good, making sure I armor myself with the sword of the spirit. Because there's nothing in this life where you can have the sharpest knife. They can make the most great bomb that can wipe out the whole universe in this life. They can make that. But in the spirit realm, it has no power. It does nothing. It is useless. And that's very profound. People take that lightly. That is very profound. In the spirit realm, it has nothing. I say this to say this. What you need to focus on is armoring your spirit, armoring your soul, making sure you're good, strengthening it. You understand? That's what we got to focus on. All these riches that we want, think about it. This is how I think about it. This is why I no longer have a desire for any of this fancy stuff. I used to want a BMW i8. I used to want the M3. I used to want this. I thank God he humbled me. I thank God he got me. He got to me at this age, at this age where I'm at right now. Because Lord knows Lord knows what that would do to me. So I thank God he got to me at a young age. And yeah, like think about it. You can go to Google or YouTube and type the most beautiful place on the planet, and you will see it will be so breathtaking. I know somebody here, so we've all been to a place where we thought it was the most beautiful place ever. Breathtaking or not, the view is immaculate view. Like I'm breathless. It's breathing. I'm speechless. Like how can right? You've been to a spot where go to a house. It's like that is the most nicest house I've ever seen. It's like paradise. Some people go to Disneyland and go, oh my goodness gracious, it's like paradise. It is so nice. It is this, that, and the third. Let me tell you something. Oof, Arud Billah. Oof, bruh. If man can create something that beautiful, huh? What makes you think God cannot create something more beautiful than that? If you can go to a place and call that paradise, and God said you can't, what I can do for you, your human mind cannot fathom. What I can do for you, you cannot fathom. Heaven, you will never, ever in a million years begin or come close to even replicating it. Because nobody knows what it looks like. You will never come near to replicate. We replicate everything. We will never come near. We can try to replicate heaven, but we will never come near to even. to remotely close to what heaven actually looks like. And I imagine it's a beautiful place, because if I can go to a viewpoint and just look at it and go, goodness gracious, this is a beautiful, like this is a beautiful view. If I can go to a mansion and just be blown by the way it looks and the architect, and God said I can't fathom what heaven looks like. It just makes me more excited to be in tune and work and focus on myself and armor myself within the word and align myself with him, so that I can get the chance to one day go and like experience this, because I'm really curious. Like, I want to see what real paradise is, what it looks like, what it feels like. But there's no pain no more. There's no sorrow. There's no sadness. There's no madness. There's no anger. It's just peace and tranquility and solitude. I can't imagine. Which is what keeps me on my toes. You know, I'm not perfect. I mess up all the time. I've been doing better on my cussing. I don't cuss as much anymore. Yesterday was the least I've ever cussed in my life. Literally, the least I've ever cussed in my life was yesterday. I'm proud of myself too. I'm proud of myself as well, because once upon a time that was not something I was ever on my mind. That was ever on my mind, and now I get convicted when I do. And when I'm around my friends, I do. You do you, bro. But I'm gonna make sure I stand on mine. I'll make sure I stand on myself, hold myself accountable, because I'm working towards something. I'm not gonna tell you don't cuss, because I gotta lead by example. Because I'm gonna tell you don't cuss and then I cuss the next day. Like, what are you doing? You know. So, yes, materialistic things. These are materialistic things, bro. Do not be easily impressed. If you were easily impressed by materialistic things, then you are doomed. That doesn't necessarily mean you cannot be rescued. It just means like you gotta find a different path to figure out, like, because this is useless. This right here, this real life, this life that we live in is like playing GTA and making all that money in GTA and getting all the cars and the houses and this, completing all the missions, bro. Why don't you turn off GTA? You don't have any of that in real life. It doesn't do nothing. You can have 3 million in GTA. You can have 70 cars GTA. You can have 30 houses GTA. Bro, it doesn't do in the real world for you. You don't do nothing. You don't change the fact that you're sleeping on the couch, sleeping on your floor. You get what I'm saying, innit? Not having a job, still trying to find a job, still struggling. It hasn't changed nothing. Which is the same thing as this world, as this life. You can acquire all of this, that, and the third, but if you're not good up here, if you're not working, if you're not armoring your spirit, if you're not trying to get close to God, or trying to even find out who He is, I don't know what to tell you guys. It's literally like playing GTA, bro. If you play GTA, it's like playing 2K. For those of you that might not understand, it's like playing GTA, bro. It's literally like playing GTA. It's useless. All that money in GTA, all that time you're spending in GTA is useless. It's not, because it's not gonna do nothing for you in real life. He's gonna make you feel good, instant gratification, but in GTA. But for that time being, for that moment, then you gotta do another mission. Then you get all the money in this and the third. You become head honcho. You become el jefe. Then what? Then you get bored and you don't play GTA anymore. So same thing in this life. You will get all your wealth and riches and this, that, and the third. You will get to a point where you're just bored now. You want to do regular things, but you can't, because you're not. You're gonna try to do the regular things and it just won't make sense to you. So do not be easily, whatever path you're on right now, and if you're on the path of if you're still into materialistic things and things of that nature, lusting over materialistic things, there's nothing wrong with that. It only becomes a problem if you don't see that it's useless and it's not gonna do nothing for you in the next life, and that's when it becomes a problem. However, I pray that God puts it on your heart and convicts you that with the stuff you're doing, when it comes to wanting things of this earth, it really doesn't matter. I would say just work on yourself. Become a good, kind, loving person. Be patient. Be loving. Spread kindness. It's free to be kind to people. It's not expensive. Do something good. Do something good for yourself. First start with yourself. Do something good for yourself. Only then, once you fill your own cup, only then can you fill somebody else's cup with kindness. Let me read something for you guys real quick. what I'm about to read, it's what I read up. This is my understanding of the Bible, and I was just reading the Quran not so long ago. It's very interesting. I believe we should all, if you can read a self help book and have it change your life, and I don't see anything wrong with you reading the Bible. I don't see anything wrong with you reading the Bible. It doesn't matter. I don't see anything wrong with you reading the Quran. I apologize, my pronunciation is off. The the Quran. I don't see anything wrong because like it's the teachings that it's teaching you is for the betterment of yourself. It is to help you navigate life. It is to help you navigate life, bro. And they teach you about dating. They teach you about modesty. They teach you about impurity. They teach you about the menstrual cycle. They teach you how to clean yourself. They teach you about what you can eat, about what to eat. They teach you about they teach you about everything, bro. You don't have to be a believer to read the book, to read the Bible, to read the Quran. You don't have. You could be atheist, bro. Because you people. Well, I'm just realizing like you people read books, self-help books, like seven. I have a book called Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. I read that. And there's another book I'm reading. It's called Listen to the Marriage. And then there's another book that's called The Great Controversial. And then there's another book called Welcome Homeless. Like, if we can read self-help book, we can definitely read the Bible. We can definitely read the Quran. You can definitely read any religion. You can read into any religion, bro. And it will help you, whether you believe in it or not. Because you can read a book and not believe in it and still take those words from what you read and apply them to your life. Like, the book is not a religion. The reason why you guys are fine with reading those books is because it's not a religion. It's just a book. It's just something that you want to do. The only problem, what I'm feeling right now is the reason why people don't read the Bible or the Quran is because it says it's the Bible and that says the Quran. And then you guys think it's for just a specific type of person. No, it's not. I'm sorry. If anybody gets mad at me, take it. I'm gonna have to take it out. God gonna have to punish me for that. I believe anybody can read these books and can benefit from them. Anybody, the Bible, the Quran. I don't know how many other Bibles there are. Different books, different teachings. The Book of Mormon, you can read it. But the thing is, you also have to have your own discernment. Don't just read and then run with it. Read, pray as well for more, so that you don't lean on your own understanding. You understand? So, I'm gonna read you guys this verse. I'm gonna read the whole thing. This is Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. I have all that I need. He lets me rest in green meadows. He leads me besides peaceful stream. He renews my strength. He guides me along the right path. Brings honor to his name. Even when I walk through the darkest valley, I will not be afraid. For you are close beside me. Your rod and your staff protect and comfort me. You prepare a feast for me in the presence of my enemy. You honor me by anointing my head with oil. My cup overflows with blessings. Surely your goodness and unfailing love will pursue me all the days of my life, and I will live in the house of the Lord forever. This verse, it ties in to what I'm talking about. When you're living for the world and want all these materialistic things, it's like when you reach out to him, talking about anybody can read this, like right here. He guides me along the right path. And then through the darkest valley, I will not be afraid, for you are close beside me. Your rod and your staff protect and comfort me. Bro, this is a self-help book. I understand a lot of you guys might not want to read it because of when it says God or this, that, and the third, that might throw you off. But this is literally a self-help book that will help you with everything, especially people words of affirmation. If you can go on YouTube and listen to a word of affirmation and listen to that every single day, literally, you can most definitely go into the Bible and read this. So essentially, this is a prayer. This is a prayer of protection, and it's like a words of affirmation. It's kind of like affirming that God is with you throughout all the troubles, throughout everything that you're fighting through, everything you're going through. He's with you, and walking, and it talks about He'll be with you, and He's walk in faith and not by sight. And when you do all of that stuff, He leads me beside the peaceful stream. You understand? It's beautiful. He leads me by a beautiful stream. That's what happens when you walk when you walk in faith and not by sight. That's a reward of walking in faith and not by sight. He will lead you to the right place. He will walk you to the kingdoms of the heavens. He will protect you. You in his wing you will find refuge. He will do this is a self it bro. And also it says, you prepare a feast for me in the presence of my enemy. He prepares a feast for me. When I think about that, when I think about that verse, I'm thinking about me winning in front of the people that was wishing bad on me, in front of the people that try to put me down, in front of the people that really never thought I would be anything in life. And then I have faith throughout all those times people that wishing bad on me, telling me that wishing nothing for me. I had faith. I believed. And then now, because I glorified His name, because I had faith in Him, and now I'm gonna eat in front of my enemies, so that they can see that, wow, we were wrong. We were wrong. Like it's just because people nowadays are easily influenced. I could have easily just said, you know what, I'm done. I'm giving up. My enemies have, I'm gonna join you guys. But instead, God, I stayed strong. I stayed faithful. I followed. I listened. I did everything, and then it got to the time where boom. Because I'm showing these people, because we're supposed to lead by example. You can't not by words. Lead by example. I can't sit there and tell my enemies like, well, God is going to do this for me. Well, stop doing that. You're getting me mad. I can't be here anymore. I'm done. Nah. I had to stand there. Essentially, I stood there. I sat there. I took it. I took it. I took it to the chest. I kept my head high. All the obstacles they threw in my face, I was there. I stand on 10 toes. Whatever they did, and I just stood there, and I kept my faith high. And then in the end, he prepared. This is verse 5. You prepare a feast for me in the presence of my enemy. In the end, after all the things that I went through, He prepared a feast in the presence of my enemy. I live that alone. Oof. Anyways, yeah. The worldly things, materialistic things, I don't think it's something that you should be focused on. But you will come to that conclusion on your own, just like as I did. I'm 25 now. My whole life, it took me 25 years to get to come to this point. So, yeah, you do what you got to do, and yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll leave you with that. Don't be easily impressed by materialistic things, which is hard because everybody around us literally is easily influenced, easily impressed by materialistic things, and I'm one of them. But I just pray that every time that that happens, I pray that God convicts me and keep putting on my heart to stay strong and true to who I am, and making sure everything what I'm thinking, what I want aligns with what God wants for me. So yeah, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Talk to me. Let's start the conversation in the comment. Let's do something. I don't know, something. Start it. Run it up. Boom. We out.